what's going on, guys? Okay, I'm doing another video, and there's something that I thought of yesterday while I was actually home on my day off, just in my room, and not really sure what to do. And as always, I was just browsing through social media and on my phone, and I came across these pictures. Normally, I call them memes or memes questions, and they just ask you like certain type of questions. Should you think someone do this? This question, and blah 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 blah. So I was kind of thinking like reading like a couple of these cards and share my opinions about them, of certain things, because it's just like usually you use them on Facebook and you just post them like in a group or whatever, and people would respond just like that. I myself have a social group where I was doing it on a regular basis, but I haven't been doing it because I've been busy. So since I'm doing this video, I want to share my thoughts, my opinions on certain things, especially with the questions, because the questions interest me. So I want to share my opinions, what I think of them, and my thoughts, and see if if you guys agree or all that. And also, I probably would most likely type like the questions below and have you guys actually take a look at them, so I can hear your thoughts about what do you think about this meme, that meme, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna get started. Forgive me if I'm covering my eyes back and forth, because again I'm reading between my tablet and my phone for these questions. So this first meme here is a question. It says, should a man do this? Okay, so I wish that I can actually screenshot the photo like as I'm talking, so I'm going to describe it. It's about I see a picture here of a man in the kitchen, and he looks like he is preparing some sort of meal for his lady friend. And to convert that question, to revise that question, should a man do this? Should a man be cooking in the kitchen? And if it were me and I were to post this up in a group or in my group, I would say yes, a man should be cooking in the kitchen. Well, I feel like if you're in a serious relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, I admit that most women want a man that cooks, rather than a man who doesn't cook, or it's a lot cooker and basically rely on you to do it. So in my opinion, I would say yes, a man should cook. A man should cook, not on a regular basis. I look at it as 50-50. Like if you can cook some days, or if the man can cook some days, like that, even is even. Because I'm not saying like a man should cook all the time and not let the woman do anything. Although there are some men that are like that. Some men they love to cook a lot. They love to take over the kitchen, basically. And I remember looking at a video for someone saying that, okay, the man was in the kitchen a lot, cooking constantly, to a point where she couldn't cook, or one minute the woman would have the meal ready and the man would come in and interrupt it, all that kind of stuff. But if it were me, it wouldn't really bother me. That would probably bother me a little bit if he were to come into the kitchen and I was getting ready to cook this this delicious meal, and then all of a sudden he comes in and interrupt it. I don't play any of that shit. But in my opinion, I would say yes, a man should cook in the kitchen. 50, I would say 50 to 100%. Meaning that it's 50 to 100%, because your other half is the woman. So I believe a man should cook in the kitchen 50%. On the days that maybe should take turns, maybe that she can cook one day, the man can cook in another day, that type of thing. So I agree to that I say yes, a man should cook in the kitchen 50%. Okay, so On to that, there was another meme that I was interested in. I'm just browsing through like a bunch of pictures. Okay, this meme is asking this next question: should a woman do everything to please her man? Yes or no? And it just shows, a description of a woman, and a man looks like she's, on her way going down on him or something. So it says, I'm just going to repeat this: should a woman do everything to please her man? Yes or no? Okay, my opinion on this part is it's kind of like in between. I wouldn't say, I definitely wouldn't say all the way yes, and I wouldn't say all the way no. Here's what I'm thinking: like, should a woman do everything to please a man? Okay, so say if I was in a relationship, or just say if you were in a relationship for that matter. I'm just not gonna say I'm just gonna say you, that type of thing. You, I, whatever. Just okay. So say you were in a relationship and you get involved with a man. You're having attraction for this man. You guys are going out regular basis and all that kind of stuff. Okay, eventually, some sexual activity is going to follow. And, there's certain things that a man wants you to do to him, as well as, vice versa, when you want a man to do to you. Now, I feel, yes, that you should do, yes and no. There's some things I would say yes that you should do to please a man. There's some things no that there are things that you should not do to please a man. And on things that you should not do, I would say, like, if the man's a freak or something, or if he wants you to do a threesome, or he wants you to have a lesbian sex with another female, or anal sex, or swallow, or all that dumb shit. That is a no. At least on my part. That's a no on that part. Yes, if you want to, like, please the man, on a regular basis and all that kind of stuff. And whatever it is, that's on, that's on that other side. So for me, it's kind of like in between, because most of, like, if I were to please a man, like, on a regular basis and all that kind of stuff, and I were, and there's another thing on that yes part too, because another issue is that there's possibly you can be giving him, like, too much of everything, because some men, or some women for that matter, you can't do that a lot on a regular basis, because what happens if you do it a lot, then eventually he's just going to go to something else, or eventually she's going to go to something else, or vice versa, anywhere for anyone that's in a relationship wise. So it's kind of like in between, because you don't know how strong that person's sexual appetite is, how much they want you to do, and sometimes they want you to go to the extreme, to a point that, okay, I'm just not going to do it, and then they'll just go on to the next person. So I would say it's in between. It's in between for me. I'm not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no. It's in between, because I had situations where I'm in relationships and there are men that wanted to do, extreme stuff, and I'm not feeling it. Okay, especially if I knew they weren't serious and all that kind of stuff. So I would say for that part, yes, that's in between for that. Okay, so I'm going on to the next meme right now. I hope I'm not moving, like, too fast or anything like that, or I'm trying to, explain as clearly as I possibly can. I'm working on it. Let's see. The next one is that I think I skipped it. Let's see. I think I totally skipped it. Okay, yeah, I ended up skipping. Okay, so okay, here's the next one. Okay, it says, should a woman in a relationship give a man sex every time he wants it, whether she's in the mood or not? Okay, I'm just going to repeat this so I can get my straight answer. Okay, should a woman in a relationship give a man sex every time he wants it, whether she's in the mood or not? I would say no. On my part, no. I'm not going to say no yes. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say yes. I'm going to say no. No, absolutely not. And I'm going to tell you a reason, absolutely not. Because for me, sex is not much of an issue. I know I'm not if I'm the only one that says, sex is not really an issue. There are some people that are not, it's not a big issue when it comes down to sex. There are other people that are crazy about sex. And so wild and crazy. Oh my God, I love sex. And it's because, or that love of sex is that's why your asses are wore out to this day. Okay, for that matter. All right. Okay, so I feel like, no. Not all the time, no. Because, I feel that with sex is a thing between a man and a woman, okay? You have to be in the mood along with your partner in order for the sex to be right. I mean, how does that look if you have a man on top of you and he's getting his nuts off and you're like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm not even in the mood. I go like, you know what, bitch, if you're not in the mood, don't be in the mood. You know what I'm saying? Just tell that nigga to get off of you, go in the bathroom, go jerk off, go look at a movie or whatever the fuck you have to do to get off. I'm not in the mood for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I say that's an absolute no. I feel like, if you want to have sex, you have to be in the mood for it. I mean, nobody don't want no man to be on top of you. And you know what? For those bitches that's actually doing that in today's world, you should be ashamed of yourself. I mean, like, you're a woman. You should have values for yourself. You should not have a man, go on top of you just because I'm in love with him or we've been together for some years or he's my husband and all that kind of stuff. I want to do it and all that kind of stuff. Because all he's doing is just wearing your ass out. And then plus, you need to check that nigga's book or, do whatever you have to do. Because you may not be the only one. Because usually most of the time when you don't give them what they want, they always have other bitches. So, on my opinion, for that question, that is a no-no. You don't have to do it all the time. You have to have sex only if you're in the mood for it, okay? Not when, if you're in the mood, if you're not in the mood, because it's just blah. It's just a bunch of uncomfortableness. It's just like going to a doctor and going for a pap smear or going for a pelvic exam and all that. Just having somebody in your insides for that kind of stuff, like, just for him to get off, absolutely not. So I would say no. Okay, so I'm going to move on to that one, going to something else. Let me see. This is just some kind of joke. Okay, this next one here. It seems like it's just everything just based on relationship wise. So I just, this is wow. Okay. Alright, this is the next one right here that is just like, okay. Should a woman believe everything her man says? Okay. Should a woman believe everything a man says? My answer would be yes and no at the same time. Yes and no. Let me explain why I say yes and no. Everyone know, okay, if you're a woman, okay, and you're with a man, okay, there's gonna be one out of, or like I would say, there's gonna be a time where a man's gonna lie. They're not gonna all the way tell the truth. Some of them may be truthful, some of them may not be truthful. Some of them will lie underneath their teeth. And the thing about men is that what I notice about them in like 26 years of my life, that sometimes there are just some manipulated motherfuckers. They're manipulators completely. They can lie through their teeth so good, it's just as though water's slipping out of your hands. That's how good they lie, and that's, in my opinion, how good they lie. And they lie so much that it's really hard, like on my opinion, to really tell the truth. I'm not sure if other women are going through this and stuff. It just seemed like on my part, it's hard, to basically believe in a man and what he says. So in my opinion, for this question, it's got to be in between, because you can't you can't just say like yes all the time, and you can't just say no. I'm not going to say yes or no with this question on my part, because there are men that possibly tell the truth all the time, but millions of them. They just lie. They lie. They're just like lying dogs because they're dirty by nature. So, in my opinion, is it's in between with that question for me. Okay, so I'm going to move along, going pass on that one. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else. I think I have one more that I want to talk about. I'm just going to browse down in through here. I also have some, fun questions. I'm not even going to, discuss those. Okay, I think I'm switch on to my tablet here. See what's there. Okay, I have another meme right here, and let's see. This is something to do probably, with the fellas. All that kind of stuff. Okay, this is what the question is: should a woman go to jail for falsely accusing a man of rape? And should a woman go to jail for falsely accusing a man of rape? Okay, so it's just saying, if a woman should go to jail. Okay, my answer, I would say yes, for that matter. Yes, a woman should go to jail for falsely accusing a man of rape. Because number one, I'm a law student. My major is a paralegal. I'm going in for paralegal studies. Is that I feel that you should not, falsely accuse anyone, for that matter, for any kind of crime, especially not involving a man, accusing a man of rape. I mean, rape is a very serious issue. You can't just, go to the police station and say, oh my God, this man had raped me. Oh, I've been raped. I've been, all that kind of stuff. And it's not true. So I feel, yes, a woman should be punished, for that dumb stuff. Because, there are things in the world that women would do. I even made, videos, all kinds of videos and stuff for, the way how women will come up with these crazy accusations towards a man, whatever a man doesn't do what they want to do, and etc. That kind of thing. So I say yes, a woman should go to jail for falsely accusing a man of rape. Okay, and that's all I want to pinpoint there on that, because I feel that that's wrong. That's all the way wrong. You should not accuse anyone. I don't care if they're a man, woman, child, baby, or a dog, animal for that matter. You should not falsely accuse anyone for anything like that of a sort, especially for rape, because that shit is no joke. So yes, a woman should go to jail for falsely accusing a man of rape. And I'm gonna wrap that one up, and let me see if I see anything else. So far I don't see anything else for that matter. Let me click on this. Okay, I'm gonna put this one in, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Okay, is it okay for a woman to teach her son early how to treat a woman? Yes or no? Okay, let's see. Is it okay for a woman to teach her son early how to treat a woman? Yes or no? I would say yes, on my opinion. The reason why I would say yes on that part is because our sons, between the mama and between the daddy's, is most important figure, but the mama is also a very, very good figure as well. Like, she is twice as important as always. She's very, very important of, teaching children, because, she's the birth giver. Us women, we're the birth givers. We're supposed to, teach our children, boy or girl, the things of what is right and what is wrong in the world. And I feel, especially if you have like a little boy and you're the mama, and you're teaching him how to treat a woman, 9 times out of 10 when he grows up, he'll know exactly how to treat a woman. He will know that a woman is the precious jewel, is the queen, is the light of his life, that kind of stuff. So I say yes on that part, that a woman it's okay for a woman to teach them. I would say a woman should teach a boy how to treat a woman as early as possible. The earliest, I would say, probably about in their teen years or in their preteen years. I see a picture right here where there's a mother that's teaching her son, and he looks no more than like 5 or 6 years old. If you can do it that early, I'm not bunking it, nothing like that. Because I know if I have a son, I'm just going to say, you know what, I want you to be the best man in the world. I want you to make a woman happy. You do these things, and if you don't, I'm gonna whip your ass. That type of thing, that kind of stuff. So yes, I feel that a boy should be taught early about how to respectfully and please a woman. Okay, so that's about it, what I am going to talk about. I was actually hoping I was going to get finished within 20 minutes, but I'm over the 20-minute line. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap it up. Okay, for those of you that are curious with what I discussed today, the questions I want to talk about, like I was saying earlier in the video, I'm gonna put them down in the description below, and you guys can take a view of them and see. And I want to hear your opinions, your thoughts on this, on your opinions and your thoughts on these questions. And as always, I'm looking for comments in every single one of my videos, and I just want to make sure you guys are watching. I know that you guys are watching, for that matter, and I hope that you enjoy this video. And also, like, if you're commenting, just like be really blunt, like be really honest on this part, and on the questions. I don't mind whatever that you do. And also, thumbs up if you like this video, thumbs down if you don't like it. For those of you that sit through my ranting and my thoughts and my opinions, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and you guys have a good day.